You know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it could.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday, the final day of January. Welcome to Johnny's Bite, and Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. When you pray for Ghana. Now, you know how even assemblymen in this country insist that we must call them honorables. And sometime earlier this year or last year, I don't remember immediately when, I met a senior citizen of this republic who had returned from the UK, and he told me not to call them honorables. And these were members of parliament he was talking about. And yesterday, the members of parliament who are paid by you and chosen by you, you queue to stand in the sun and the rain, whatever it is, you voted for them. And they did the most dishonorable things on live TV. I was watching TV with my boys when the thing happened. The elder boy asked me a question. I couldn't answer the question, so we switched off the TV and went to sleep. So dishonorable. Look, let's begin. First of all, show me the first photo. Just put it up there. Just put the photo up there. We'll tell you. And I've told you here before that, look, the political class who wants all the respect and all the dignity and all the accolades. No, show me the first photo, please. Follow my lead. Baller in the House of Parliament. Baller. This was the aftermath. Baller. When I tell you that Accra is dirty and is stinky and smelling and is dark, this is the evidence. In the House of Parliament, where the powers are exerted, we talk about standing orders and what have you, where they make the laws to regulate you and I, our lives. This happened in Parliament yesterday. Baller. You can see documents, you see takeaway packs, you see baller, parliamentarian. So honorable. Should we continue calling them honorable? It's a simple question I'm asking you. You give me the answer. Type it under the stream. We're live on 3FM 92.7 on Facebook and TV3 Ghana on Facebook. The hashtag is Johnny's Bite. I tweeted at Hughes_on-air. This happened in Parliament yesterday. No be me talk. Now, show me the other one, the microphone. This microphone was bought with your money. This microphone you see was bought with your money. And this is destruction of state property. There's a police station at Parliament. You didn't know? Oh, now you know, Agbebola. Now you know. There's a police station in Parliament. The MPs, after their colleague, my good friend Kwanzaa of Infansman, was killed or murdered, whichever way you want to put it, they made a strong case for every single MP to have police bodyguards. If I or you destroy public property or state property, every policeman will arrest us for destruction of state property. Yesterday, when the MPs were fooling publicly on national TV, none of the police people had the balls to arrest them. Oh, yes. So you see the selective justice that we practice in this country? Selective justice that we practice in this country. This is state property destroyed. The policemen were there with the members of parliament in Parliament yesterday. There's a police station in Parliament. If you like, go to Parliament and do this. They will pick you up and arrest you. Ernesto Yeboah went to Parliament and was shouting, "Drop that chamber." You see how he was kicked and battered and booted and held and taken to the police station in Parliament. There are marshals in Parliament, some who are soldiers, and they were there. And this foolishness happened publicly on TV. I'm telling you that I couldn't explain it to my sons, who are less than 10, both of them are less than 10. I couldn't explain it. How else could I have explained it? That you have fully grown adults who had called somebody to come before them because they felt that the person had disrespected them, and right in the full glare of the people, they were disrespecting all of us who employ them. We buy their boxer shorts, we buy their braziers, we buy their singlets, we buy their trousers, we buy their dresses. We do all of these things for them. When they finish, we give them ex-gratia. We give them car loans. When they finish, they destroy state property. Find me the video of the members of Parliament showing their true colors. Listen, watch. Now, you tell me after seeing this, if the title honorable is really deserving. You tell me, you are the viewer, you are the Ghanaian on whose behalf I speak. Tell me. That meeting was supposed to be about vetting ministers, asking them questions relative to the portfolios that they had been nominated by the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, to go and hold and serve you and I, to be paid with our taxes, and publicly on national television, without hesitation of any sort. We're publicly misbehaving like this. I showed you a video. Look, find me the video of the school children. There was Accra High and some school. There's my own beloved Accra Academy and Kateko. Play the students' video for me. They are learning from their forebears. I said, in this country, there had been a case where at Disadal College, a Form 3 boy held the head of a Form 1 boy and hit it on a metallic bunk bed, and nothing happened. And since that day, the foolishness had not stopped. Find me the school boys' video. Schoolboys chasing each other with cutlasses and stones. A complete breakdown in our society. And the police were there carrying tables in Parliament. If you and I misbehave on the streets, they will arrest us. Oh, they will arrest. Don't you know? They will arrest you, damn Paris boys. They will arrest you. They will charge you. They will force you to write a statement. They will take you to court. They will deal with you. Why did they fail to do their job? Because we are always told that nobody is above the law. We have been told that. So why did they not enforce the law on that occasion? And we know that crime does not expire. The Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, for showing this gross misconduct to the people of Ghana, including children who are reading and learning, should bow down their heads in shame and should be apologizing to the people of Ghana and should be telling us how they intend to replace the gadgets that were destroyed in Parliament, and to tell us and make a pledge that we will not see Bola there. I showed you the conferences and Congress that the political parties had in the past. MPP's conference, NDC's conference. I showed you. And I said, this was the creme de la creme of the political parties who were there. And when they finished, even though rubbish bins had been provided, they still found a way to litter. It was an eyesore. It manifested in Parliament. Because in that committee, there's both NDC and MPP. Find me the school children's video, please. School children chasing each others. They were chasing each other with stones, machetes, etc. It tells you how what happened in Parliament has been going on. I've been talking about it, but nobody seems to be listening. The powers that be, they don't seem to care. They don't seem to care. Kunzo, find the video for me. They don't seem to care. Watch. You see where the thing has reached? Yesterday, I saw a video. A beloved Accra Academy and Kateko. This was between Kimbu and Accra High. If members of parliament can literally wear suit and tie and misbehave publicly for it to be captured, and let nobody come and be talking tough. We are trying to let the people know that if you are a leader, you ought to be responsible. And responsibility is not about speaking big English, no. It's not about being eloquent, no. Responsibility is about taking the job of being responsible and actualizing it. If our students can do it, our members of parliament can do it, who else cannot do it? We have seen in this country how police, military, prison officers, they fight each other, show off. We have seen it in this country. And we have said it. But nobody seems to listen. Most of the elders in this country are just interested in what they can get, not what the country can benefit from. And I'll explain to you in a bit. There's a court document. Find it for me, please. There's a court document relative to Gihok distilleries. And I told you, look, I'll get back to the National Media Commission, the Gihok distilleries conversation. I'll get back to it. The National Media Commission conversation. Not the National Media Commission, Labour Commission. I'll get back to it. I'll get back to that conversation. Because you see, there's a young lady who has been treated unfairly. A court document, please, not a letterhead of Gihok. It's a court document. I told you about Gihok. I told you about their indebtedness to SNIT, to the NIB. I told you about the fact that monies had been collected, right, from staff, okay, from staff for their pension, and it has to be, invested on their behalf, and it was not being done. To the extent that the insurance company had cause to write to say that no, what you are doing is wrong. President Akufo-Addo saw nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, let me quickly read the court document to you. This court document I'm reading to you will justify what I've been telling you. In the district court, Accra, criminal summons section 62 of Act 30-190. There's a serial number 0134551. Gayhawk Distilleries and Jones Bote Apple. He's the new man who has gone to Gayhawk. He was not part of this mess, but he has been dealt with. Now, the court has asked him to come and answer a question relative to the things I spoke to you about. And I'll explain to you in a bit. The fact that GRA took the Gayhawk to court and dealt with the matter. I'll explain to you in a bit. Mamiya, check. So I've sent it to you so we can check quickly and put it up there so we can read it. Now, it says, count 1, statement of offense. Failing to pay social security contributions contrary to sections 83, 1D, H of the National Pensions Act 2008, Act 766, as amended by section 7 of the National Pensions Act, Amendment Act 2014, Act 883. I told you about this 2 years ago. Now you see that we have credibility. Good. 2, particulars of the offense. Gayhawk Distilleries Company, Jones Bote Apple, Chima A. Roger, for that you between the periods of January 2021 and November 2024 at Accra in the Greater Accra region and within the jurisdiction of this court, being the registered company of Gayhawk Distilleries Company, managing director of Gayhawk Distilleries Company and administration of Gayhawk Distilleries Company Limited, did fail to pay the trust social security contributions to wit 1 billion, right? 164,136,061 pesos for the aforementioned periods, which failure constitutes an offense under the above mentioned provisions of the Act. Count 2, statement of the offense. Failing to pay penalty on social security contributions contrary to sections 83, 1D and H of the National Pensions Act 2008, Act 766, as amended by section 7 of the National Pensions Act, Amendment Act 2014, Act 883. Particulars of that offense. Gayhawk Distilleries Company Limited, Jones Apple, Chima Roja, for that you, as at July 2024, at Accra in the Greater Accra region and within the jurisdiction of this court, being registered company of Gayhawk Distilleries Company Limited, managing director of Gayhawk Distilleries Company and administrator of the Gayhawk Distilleries Company, did fail to pay to the trust penalty and social security contributions to it 67,866 Ghana cedis 52 pesos, which failure constitutes an offense under the above mentioned provisions of the Act. You are hereby commanded in the name of the Republic to appear in person before this court at 8 a.m. on the 1st of February, Saturday. We will be walking, somebody will be in court, 2025. And every adjournment, and on every adjournment of the case until the case be disposed of, issued in Accra on the 23rd day of January 2025. The man just got into office, but he has been held for it. He just got in there, Jones Apple. These are the sins of Maxwell Kofi Juma, Nanado's in-law, that I kept talking about, but Nanado was so adamant, so mampamistic, that he did not think that we needed to change the leadership at GIHOC at the time. So mampamistic. Today, GIHOC has been run down. It has been run down. Jones Apple has a big load on his head. And his first appointment is to be in court to answer for the sins that he didn't commit. But the law is the law. The law is the law. And if we want to be a country that progresses, we must have fidelity to the law. Now, show me other documents from GIHOC. Quickly, Kuzo. This is a letter. You have to expand this letter for me. If not, we'll lose it and then we'll look at some other issues. I told you about a certain vehicle, right? I beg you, show me the car. There's a car, there's an SUV. This car, it belongs to GIHOC, but it's still in private hands. Whose hands it is in? And why has it not been returned? Jones Apple, this is your vehicle. Oh no, this is your vehicle. You see the way they brought back the National Theatre vehicle? Mr. Jones Apple, this is GIHOC vehicle. And the GIHOC vehicle must be returned to the GIHOC people. This vehicle. And this vehicle took some people to the airport at some point in time. They traveled on GIHOC funds. Why they were able to travel, I don't know. But the car number is GE 859518. GE 859518. And you can always check. There's another vehicle, a black, beautiful black saloon car. Put it on the screen. The STC did valuation on that vehicle. Work with me fast, please. There's a black vehicle, saloon car. The STC did work on this vehicle. I will tell you a story about this vehicle next week. And the documents are there. The court has just confirmed that what we had been talking about for the last 2 years is actually intact and correct. This vehicle, STC, GIHOC has one. STC did valuation on it. I will tell you who bought it and how it was bought. I will tell you. Now, there's a picture of our new education minister. Show me. Mr. Haruna Idrisu with some 3 gentlemen. Beautiful. Honorable Minister, Chief Aduna, good morning. Dasiba. In fact, let me put on my Dagban cap. Dasiba. Kaula. Tumabiola. There's somebody in the video, in the picture you have there, who is supposed to be on retirement. The 3 men you are standing with, one of them is due for retirement. I know you will not be fooled, because you see the young people of this country, and that's why I disagreed with Dr. Rashid Pelpo when he said that we will have to look at the retirement age again. No. Let the retirees go and let the young grow. I don't have a problem if the old people are being made board chairs, etc., because they come to the table with a lot of experience. But you see this photo, council, leader, there's one person in there who has to go home because they have spent their time. There are people at home who have no jobs. And I'll show you a clear example. There's a picture of me with a young man. I met him on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday, when I went to buy food with some friends, called Joe, Coffee, and a couple of people. And I met this young man. And he comes from the Ashanti region. When I met him, he had walked the whole day And whatever he was selling stuff for children, like these children play stuff and all of those ones, educational materials, let me put it that way. And he had worked the whole day and not sold anything. Anything. So I bought 4 of the gadgets so he could have something to put on him. Now let me break your heart some more, and we're wrapping up with that. He sleeps in a vehicle. He has a friend who is a driver's mate or a bus conductor who sleeps in the vehicle. So he joins his friend to sleep, and at 4 a.m. when they're about to begin their daily activity or schedule itinerary, and he gets up and has to go and find his own bread. So when you find people who have gone past the age of retirement and still want to hold on to the employment, when young people like this who have attended school and are qualified cannot find jobs, you are a wicked person. And you have to be told in the face that you are a wicked person to begin with. There are many of his kind. Many of his kind roaming the streets of Accra, roaming the streets of Takrady, roaming the streets of Kumasi, roaming the streets of Tamale, roaming the streets of Ho, roaming the streets of Oti region, Likpe, and all those places, who have no jobs but are qualified to start their lives. Can you imagine what would happen if he decides that he won't find a way to do work that will give him an honest way of sustaining himself, and he decides that he's going to join a bad gang? Can you imagine what will happen? And you have gone on retirement. You had the Ghana Education Service, you had the NIA, you had all those state institutions, and you are holding on. You are a wicked person. This one, you are wearing your shirt and trousers to go to. You are a wicked person. You are wicked. We have been told, take that photo up and come to me. We have been told in the past how we, our forebears, our parents and our grandparents, when they were in school, in the universities or other universities, they were offered jobs even before they completed their education. In their final years, job opportunities came to them by way of people coming to them with deliveries or dropping offers under their doors, sliding it in. Today, young people complete their education and they can't even find work to do. And you as a retiree, you are holding on. You are 68. You are still holding on to the position. What is wrong with you? I'm asking you. Are you happy that your children, your grandchildren cannot find work to do, but you, the retiree, you have work to do and you are holding on to it? What is wrong with you? You tell me what is wrong with you. I want to know. Because I don't understand. So you tell me what is wrong with you. And this is in a country where we have been told by our seniors and our forebears how people in this country have enjoyed in the past. People were served 3 square meals in a day with snack. People had dinners on Wednesdays. People were paid monies to go to school. People enjoy free bus rides in this country. And then those same people, now that they have the opportunity to make us also enjoy, they have decided that they won't make us enjoy, and you find them fighting in Parliament in the full glare of the public. Does it make sense to you? And you find them grabbing state property, you find them state vehicle, state shipong, and they're just grabbing. You are grabbing to do what? When you go into your room, that's your big bed, the king size or queen size bed. Do you lie on everything, or you lie just one side? Or you lie in the middle? Look, let me leave it here. I'll talk to you next week about the vehicles and the other things. Call me, please, 055-924 2717 and 055 691 0154 055 924 2717 and 055 691 0154. Good morning.